Hello, Natural Grandma viewers. Papa Hank here, and we are still at Jacob's farm. Laura and I got to come down and actually delivered uh, the Superior Alumicoop,
Mm-hmm.
10 by 12 and a 6 by 10,
Yep.
and we delivered it down here to Parker, Texas. And they had invited us down for consulting to walk the farm and to think outside the box and to bring some new deals in. So, Laura, would you like to introduce your new best friend here?
Yes, I'd like to introduce you to Cindy
Hi.
of Jacob's Reward Farms.
And we've shot one video that told the history of Cindy's farm, and Cindy has she's went through and come back from a lot of the things that you know homesteaders are going to do, because for over 20 years she has been working at this farm and actually worked it up to where she was selling eggs and
Mm-hmm.
had the sheep here doing the spinning, had a community, and then you kind of got burned out and went back down from that. So um, we're going to talk about maybe how to keep from being in those failures. And so, Laura, you've had some of that too. You've seen, we got into the chicken tractors real big. We raised over 1,000 birds, and um, recovering from disappointments. You always sharing with some of that. So,
Right.
Laura, let you start and just um, what would be your best advice to somebody getting in new? Where to start? We know chickens are kind of the good place to start, but what would you recommend with?
My recommendation would be to start slow. It's really easy. I think those of us who are drawn to the farm love all the animals, love everything about that lifestyle, but unless you have tons of time and tons of working children, it's really hard to do it all yourself, and especially when you're in that learning phase. So my advice would be to start really slow. If if all you can have is half a dozen chickens the first year, that's fine. Um, if you want a big garden, but all you can get the first time, if you've got small children or no help, or you're doing it all yourself, and maybe you just have 3 mineral tubs that you can uh, grow some beans and cucumbers and tomatoes in that first year, that's fine. Start slow. Um, Even if, and think outside of the box. So even if you're feeling worried about putting food aside, maybe the first year you just grow tomatoes. That's all you grow, but you want a can. So go down to your farmer's market, buy, or your Amish market, and buy the produce that you want to can on the day that you want to can it. Bring it home and take care of it. That way you've not um, extended yourself into a garden more than you can handle. Um, with chickens, or with chickens in particular, you've got to have time to grow those chickens up if that's your choice, to take care of those eggs, or to butcher the chickens if they're meat chickens. So you really need to think about that full investment. Start out with 10. Don't start out with 100. You get yourself deeper in that, and that way when you make a mistake, it does not hurt so much.
So true.
So make small mistakes.
Yep.
And learn from them.
Yeah, our animals are our best teachers, aren't they?
Yes.
So it's great to start in kindergarten in
Yes.
homesteading and then work your way up.
Yes.
That's,
And
that's very
Cindy,
true.
you said some of your worst mistakes was not knowing what the predators might do.
Yeah, the predators taught me a lot. I lost some chickens. I learned how raccoons act. I know I can figure out, or they taught me exactly what kind of a little latch they can open, what they can't. Um, Reaching through chicken wire to grab a chicken from the inside, that was educational, and sad when you come out and you've got a little body there. That's terrible. But yeah, we learned, but it's okay. Learning is okay. Stuff is going to happen like that, even when you've learned all that stuff out of your books or out of your YouTube videos or your friends. You have to go through it yourself, and once you learn that lesson good and hard, you won't make that mistake again.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest mistake, as we have talked about, is that I felt like I had to do it all myself. It's not really my husband's interest, or my daughter, and by golly, I was going to do it, which meant when it was freezing cold, sleet and rain, and those chickens needed warm water, I had to take it out there, day or night, So I think what I'm trying to move toward now is a more of a community-based situation where it doesn't always have to be me. And what I have to offer in return is that the folks that come into our community learn themselves. And we have friendship, which is a byproduct of the garden, a byproduct of the farm, is good, strong relationships and good food and sunshine. And then you've got someone to share the joys and the tragedies with. That stuff happens. I first learned about my first really expensive lesson was before I had guard dogs on my sheep, and I had coyotes kill a couple of my sheep, and that was traumatic. It was really traumatic. And I'm kind of a control freak, so I really had to work trying to make this place safe enough that I could sleep at night with my sheep out there, which is one of the reasons I'm really kind of excited. I think it's only recently that people have even thought about putting sheep in a tractor. But I'm really kind of in love with that idea because it helps me feel that they're safe. It also helps us use the mobbing model of grazing those sheep and using them most efficiently on the property. So there are ways around it. We learn how we need to manage our animals to manage our farms.
And you've got some experience with several different tractors to arrive to where you're at today.
I have tried almost all of them. I built the Joel Salatin style tractor that was out of building material scraps, and so it weighed way too much. It was super heavy, hard to drag around. I've had A-frames with a little drop down door that a raccoon helped himself to my roosters. I've got a more of a rectangular style it's got its ups and downs. It's not hard to move, but we were looking for something that's going to be durable, super durable for years, something we're not going to have to worry about rebuilding, something that's going to give our chickens, especially our broilers when the weather's warm, plenty of ventilation. We want something that's easier to get in and to get out of. If I need to grab a chicken, I don't want to chase it, back in the recesses of something that's hard to reach. There's just a lot of reasons that I'm excited about the aluminum coop because, like I said, I've done them all, and I can tell you all their strengths and weaknesses. And we're in for the long haul, and we really want something we can depend on for years to come. We'll probably just add to our collection so that we can really incorporate this entire property, our entire 4.5 acres. Right now, we're going to concentrate on an acre. We're going to try to make the farm more amenable to putting the whole place under tractors, different times, different seasons. So yeah, it's we can always learn, and I'm excited. I've really kind of had my mind blown with you guys here because it's really brought the dream back, the joy back about we can operate at a larger scale without hurting ourselves, without just wearing yourself out more. So it's getting more with less work, and that's always good.
Right. So you're referring to the tractors. What arrived today is the Natural Grandma aluminum chicken tractor, and you're going to start with the 10 by 12 with the broilers because you had a heat issue in Texas, and
We
so
did.
the canvas and the more airspace is going to change that a lot. And then the other thing is being a lady moving that tractor. The
Yeah.
aluminum is going to totally change it.
I'm not getting any younger, and I've tried to keep my strength up. It's great, if you've ever had to sling, square bales or, tote a 50-pound feed sacks, you build up some strength. But none of us need to work any harder than necessary. It's hard enough, even when it's easy. So yeah, I'm excited about the ease of moving this thing, and the good ventilation. Yeah, this year was bad. Ask anybody in the Midwest probably has had a bad year with heat. It went from 80-degree days to 100-degree days like in a week, and it's not let up here in Texas, and that cost me some chickens,
Mhm.
and that was a bummer. That was a huge bummer. But the rest of our processing day went well enough that I'm ready to do it again and do it better.
Mhm.
And so I'm excited about the advances in our tractor technology.
Okay.
Very good.
Well, we've enjoyed being here. I know Natural Grandma has really got a new friend in Texas, and
Yes.
got a lot of commonalities and things that you're going to enjoy.
Yes.
And the first thing is what's most important is our faith
Amen.
Yes.
and our like-mindedness of being regenerative and improving the soil. And so, we're gonna miss you when we go back to Missouri. So,
Well, we'll stay in touch. That's one good thing about this age of technology. It really has made communication
Yes.
right.
very easy.
So from Natural Grandma, and Papa Hank, from Jacob's Reward Farm, and Miss Cindy,
Amen.
Laura, thank you very much. And what are we going to say, Laura?
We hope you're having this good a day.